Good morning, my name is Darren Benton. Welcome on this beautiful Sunday morning. I wanted to get out and show you guys this new 4x4 Showhauler we brought in. There's not a lot of weed to it. I brought it in myself and wanted to do this video while the shop was closed up. I've been thinking about it, wanted to be able to use the coach, but unfortunately it's sold. But I'll kind of go through, share a little bit about the coach, share a little bit about my passion on these particular 4x4 models and show haulers in general. So let's turn around and get started on it. This particular unit is concrete gray, so some people might recognize that color. This is a Toyota concrete gray. You'll see a lot on the TRD edition Toyotas and such. Turned out really cool with all the black on it. We will take and black out quite a bit more on it, add some more accessories on the outside of it as well. But we'll go ahead and start the storage compartments down low here. So all of the storage compartments are all run-on using like a bedliner type material. So they can be wiped out, they can be rinsed out relatively easily, and this is the actual heat mechanism right here. So this is a Oasis 33,000 BTU burner, and it heats coolant, and the coolant is then circulated throughout the coach. Your domestic water comes into this unit as well, so that heats your coach and your water itself. The nice thing about this, there's no propane on board, so this will operate solely off of diesel or electric, and the system does integrate with the motor itself. So as you drive it down the road, it will keep the unit warm. The waste heat off the engine will come back here and keep the unit warm. So it's a nice system to be able to have, good for cold climates as well. The nice thing about that particular unit is as long as you have diesel and water, it's hot water. So if you like crazy hot showers like I do, 10, 15, 20 minute showers, that's the only way to go right there. Continue to open up some more of these storage compartments. These are all top swing baggage doors, so essentially no maintenance as far as adjusting the doors, just maybe a shock replacement at some point in time. We'll come up and talk about this front storage compartment. So even though this is all open, there are two separate doors on it. I try to do that on every single coach I build. Essentially, because you lose some of the cross storage as compared to a diesel pusher, I like to do at least one large storage compartment to be able to put larger items in lengthwise. So it's a nice little addition if you have a ladder or something like that. Something a little bit longer to be able to fit in there. The tires and wheels that are on this coach, just something we threw on Friday night, just so we could operate the coach this week. We have a set of Bridgestones that are on the original factory wheels. We'll get those things powder coated. We'll get these Michelins back off. This is an open shoulder, a little bit more aggressive tire. Lots of road noise with this particular tire, whereas the Bridgestones have very, very little road noise, and they drive quite a bit better as well too. So we'll come up to the cab. This particular cab is a Freightliner M2. This is a crew cab version. We can build this in a extended cab, a regular cab. And in fact, we have an international regular cab that's coming down the pipeline. That'll be the next unit we'll build on. Is an international. Same power plant, international or Freightliner. That'll be the Cummins ISL. It's an 8.9 liter motor, 350 horsepower, 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. So ample power to be able to run this coach up and down the road. It's made into an Allison 3000 series automatic. It's a 6-speed, very easy to drive, very, very user-friendly. Kind of continue to go around here. We have set up the tires and wheels to be able to track in a straight line. It's the same wheel front and rear. We're able to get just the right axle spacing to be able to run this coach. Be able to run the tires and wheels being offset. You see this coach again, all this will all be black. So we'll remove all this. We use argent colored, and then they'll all be a matte black. We'll build a bumper for it. storage in the past, but with this, with the way the bedroom laid out, we were able to do this massive storage compartment back here. So it is full width, basically from here to here, and then it's pretty deep. It's probably talking 2.5 foot deep, maybe 3 foot deep. So if you have skis, any outdoor gear, you put all that stuff out here. This is a vinyl material underneath here, so if you had to throw some towels and throw some wet skis in there, it wouldn't be an issue. This particular hitch right here is rated at about 10,000 pounds. We use a little bit lighter weight hitch on the 4x4 versions. The issue with those heavier duty hitches is they hang down quite a bit, and that affects ground clearance quite a bit. We did, on all these 4x4s, we go underneath here and put rollers. So you'll contact the rollers before you'll tear up the coat. That's kind of the idea. We've gone back and done the 50 amp plug here on the back. So if you are on location somewhere and need to be able to plug a trailer in, if you got a buddy that wants to be able to plug in there, it's a 50 amp connection, and the generator will run another coach, like an air conditioner or two, and another coach and an AC in this particular model as well. Keep on walking around. We have right here the shore connection and your automatic transfer switch right here. A little bit of storage there. This particular unit right here is your gray water, black water tank. Each one of those tanks is rated 72 gallons a piece. They're tucked underneath there. They go crossways. There are heat strips on the bottom of them to keep them from freezing. But under extreme cold environment, we probably need to add a secondary heater in that compartment there. But that's where you will drain your water, drain your black water, gray water. That's where you fill your tanks as well. Keep on going forward. Open up all these. You'll notice these. This is a 2-stage shock, so it will keep these flipping up into your slide out. So we'll go down each one of these, and then we'll flip them up. 8,000 watt Overland generator, very easily serviceable generator. There's Overland dealers across the country. We have very, very good service out of the Overland generators. We feel that relying on an Overland generator versus running all battery power is just a little bit better idea, a little bit safer idea, and definitely more cost effective. So, I've met guys that have pretty extensive battery banks on their units and their generator. At some point in time, you have to charge those batteries, and you just can't get enough solar on the top of these coaches to be able to charge those batteries. So even though we have a fair amount of battery banks on this, we still feel the way to go is to keep with the generator. We have 2 8D AGM batteries. These batteries are rated at 245 amp hours a piece, so pretty good amount of storage there. You can run this coach on a sunny day without having to run your generator at all, with the exception for the air conditioners. The air conditioners will only run on a generator or shore power, but you got a coach like this, you're probably going to be trying to stick around some cool weather out. Up here we have the power inverter. This is a 2800 watt power inverter. This will run pretty much everything inside the coach, normal operation. All your plugs on your walls, plugs next to your beds and such. All the plugs have USB ports on them, so very easily, pretty much nowadays, that's really all you need is just a USB connection. You run all your TVs, you run your microwave. It will not run the electric cooktop, and it will not run your air conditioners. But nice little setup there again. Magnum inverters will be serviced anywhere in the country. They're not something that's wild and crazy. I want to point out another thing that Showhauler does a good job about. So everything below the floor is 12 volt. They run a 12 volt fuse panel right here for anything that's below the floor. Anything that's above the floor, that will be inside. We'll go over that here in a bit. They just make it easy to be able to access things, easy to be able to service it. And if you're a service center or relatively mechanically inclined individual, it doesn't take long to figure out the systems on this and where they're at and how to be able to operate. Up front here, this is the diesel exhaust fluid. because of the amount of fuel we put on board and the hydraulic jacks and such, we had to take and drop that diesel exhaust fluid tank right there. So that's the only thing that really contributes in the conversion at all. Across the way we have a 50-gallon fuel tank. We have an 80-gallon fuel tank on this side, so combined 130 gallons. So there again, we feel like that's sufficient fuel for a rig like this. You go out somewhere, you can run that generator a long time on 130 gallons worth of fuel. I want to show you this hydraulic jack right here. There's a 4-point leveling system on this, something you typically do not see on any of the 4-wheel drive coaches that are on the market. I don't know of a single coach that's out there that's 4x4 that has the hydraulic levelers. It's just, if you're pretty picky guy like me, I don't want to be in my shower sideways. You spend this much money, you want to be able to have a lot of the creature comforts you have at home. So the 4-point leveling system will totally jack this coach off the ground. That's the way we pull the tires and wheels off. Everything is very rigid, really not a concern there, but those jacks have been great for us and allows you to be able to level the coach no matter what environment at all. We'll walk around the other side. Let's take and drop some of these when we run our slide out inside. I want to point out we've got several security lights all the way around this. They're extremely bright. They do a great job. And we can definitely add more. Add as many security lights as you want. We talk about some insulation on this. So this unit is completely spray foamed as far as your walls and your ceiling. And then below the floor, we take and run a 3-inch foam board below the floor. So this coach is very, very well insulated. The only thing that really is exposed is your gray water, black water tank. We talked about that earlier. There are some heat strips on it, but if you're talking about going 40 below, we would probably need to add a secondary heater in that wet compartment. So if you'll notice on the outside here, all the windows, there's 3 windows along the back of the coach. That's the bedroom. So nice to be able to wake up in the morning and see out all 3 windows. So even though the bedroom is relatively small, you'll see how much light you have inside. All the windows are double paned as well. So there again, lots of insulation on this coach on there. Very, very heavy duty entry door. When I first started dealing with Showhauler, they use a really lightweight camper door, and I was very, very unpleased, unsatisfied with that. We were able to find this really beefed up door from Challenger, super, super stout, able to do the keyless entry. That's another thing we'll do. We'll integrate the keyless entry on the coach to the cab itself, so a key fob with a keypad will be able to close the locker entry door as well as your cab. So I'll show you the screen door here. Definitely not something you think of screen door, you think of something that's really lightweight, pretty jicky. This is super, super stout. Nice glass, no acrylic. If you got dogs, you don't have to worry about them destroying the screen on the door itself. Built-in upper screen there, so very robust, very, very stout. Quickie step there, 3 positions there. Sucks up tight, so you don't have to worry about it getting drug off. Definitely easy access inside the unit. We'll come inside here. I want to show you that this coach is very usable driving up and down the road. You'd be amazed at the number of RVs that are out there that have slides that come together. You cannot, effectively use the coach while the slide's in. So if you were in a super cold environment, if you were in sleeting environment and didn't want to run the slide out, you can still use this coach without having to run that slide out. But with that being said, let's open it up, show you guys a little bit more. I want to catch this little support arm right here. So the slide out mechanism that Showhaulers uses is from Liftco. They've been using that same mechanism. Not much has changed. It's been 20 plus years that they've been using those Liftcos and not any real issues. Because of the support arms on either side, you have very little stress on your electric motor. So it's not like a lot of coaches, like the flush floor slides that have a tremendous amount of issues. We have very, very few issues, and everything is very, very easy to get to on this slide out as well. So if you have a motor that goes out, basically underneath the couch, and then there again, if you have a motor, if you have an issue, you basically pop a little port out outside the coach and run a little handheld tool to run the slide out in and out. Go ahead and pop this ladder down. Fair amount of sleeping area in this coach. This coach is only 23 foot, 6 inches as far as coach length, plus about 14 foot of the cab. So sleeping here, overhead sleeping as well. This customer that's purchasing this called us about halfway through production, and we were able to integrate this overhead bunk that he'd seen in the past. We just took and brought this wall, supported the wall into the upright. So, you know, even though that's sitting on top of the couch, all the weight is basically on this particular wall that's then bolted to the side wall there. So, super happy that Showhauler was able to accommodate the customer while it was in production. He was super happy as well. He's got a few kids, so he'll be able to pop a kid there, overhead. Of course, you know, if you need to sleep adults, definitely not a problem putting 2 adults there. You can sleep up there as well. So there's a fair amount of room, fair amount of sleeping area as well. This particular cushion right here is designed to cover this opening right here. The cabs are not well insulated from Freightliner, so you'll lose a lot of heat or you'll gain a lot of heat in the summertime. So we came up with that cushion right there to be able to block that off, keep the sound out, and keep your ambient temperature nice inside. Same type deal up here. This is a pretty cool little hatch we've come up with, so you can access the roof. I can tell you I've slept many nights in those, flopped the hatch open. It's nice to be able to sleep at night, see the stars, see the sky. Something that, you know, kind of goes along with the theme of these units, more outdoorsy type personality. So nice little bonus feature to be had. Really good sleeping up there. Up until now, this has always been the primary sleeping. I'll be happy to show you guys the bedroom here in a second, but something that I think is going to go over really well. TV right here, little 32-inch smart TV. Everything is all integrated together as far as the satellite and the DVD player. A little bit of storage back there. So, you know, decent little sleeping area right there for 2. This particular coach right here would actually be good for 2 separate couples as well. So you kind of get your own environment. Like I said, we'll go back to the bedroom here in a minute. Wanted to go over more of the storage. And we try to put storage anywhere we possibly can. You have storage below the jackknife couch here, storage underneath here. You've got the overhead storage as well. We brought the TV on, so we deleted some of that overhead storage right there. All of the windows are very nice, very simple to operate. We do not like to do electric shades. They just tend to break. So nice manual shade. All the cabinetry in this is all hand built. This is natural maple, so there's a light little glaze over the maple. Just kind of gives it a really open feel. Like I said, for a smaller coach, we wanted to make it feel as big as possible inside. And something that I wasn't very into the natural maple, but I've seen a few and I've really enjoyed doing them. It just makes a lot out of a smaller environment. Taking flop spaces, I show you the kitchen. So for those that haven't been around many RVs or kitchens, it probably won't seem any different. But if you've seen a lot of other units, this is a little bit taller than what you would typically find in a kitchen cabinet, either in a home or an RV. And there's a little bit more depth as well. The reason for that is we basically made this thing convertible, so all 3 drawers can be removed, and then you can remove these stiles and put a combo washer dryer right here. So it's totally prepped for a washer dryer. You're going to lose a fair amount of storage. There is more storage around the coach. Don't know what the new customer is going to do, but you know, wanted to be able to add that as an option for people that had to have a washer dryer. All the cabinetry is all flat, super nice, just nice and clean. We didn't add any hardware to the cabinets, just didn't know what hardware we wanted to stick on there. We wanted to get it, you know, in our hands and kind of see what we you know, tried different options and such before we started drilling a whole bunch of holes. So that'd be a little bit more difficult for me to operate them without any handholds on them right now. But so a fair amount of storage. The drawers themselves, if you'll zoom in here, the drawers are all dovetailed. Something you typically don't see in any RV. We've got a used coach in our showroom that's $500,000 diesel pusher and has stapled drawers. Very, very frustrating. Showhauler is not into the glitz and glamour. They're into fit and functionality, which is right up the avenue. It's just something that most customers aren't looking for. They're looking for something that's going to last a long time, looking for nice quality. Pretty happy with the way this turned out as well. Just a single basin sink, but relatively deep. It's basically kind of like a bar sink, but kind of the idea here with the I didn't want to use the Corian sink cover. I wanted to do just to be able to do a cutting board. So the idea is, you could cut vegetables and be able to rinse at the same time right here on your sink covers. Nice large convection microwave. Something I probably wouldn't use too much. I do most of my cooking outside. But there again, lots of storage here. We'll take and turn around, and I'll show you the bit more storage and the 12-volt refrigerator. This is 12-volt and 110. It's a little bit smaller refrigerator. It's 8 cubic feet. You typically would see this refrigerator in the yachting industry. They do a little bit better job than the RV refrigerators. They are quite a bit more money, but they do a better job. You can actually keep ice cream in these things, and they are 12 volts, so you don't have to run an inverter to run the refrigerator if you don't want to. But decent storage there. I typically will, whenever I use them, I will typically use a small 12-volt refrigerator. I'll put in a storage compartment for my beverages. Nice little built-in there. Like I said, we wanted to be able to access every square inch. We knew that this cabinet couldn't really deviate in size, so we wanted to be able to use every square inch of that cabinet. We have our entertainment up top here. It does have in-motion satellite. I activate every one of my coaches on Dish Network just to make sure the system works. So typically what happens whenever the new owner takes delivery, I'll give them a month or two to get it swapped over. There again, something that's just a little bit more personal that you won't get at a larger RV store. So this coach will be full of water. It'll be ready to go. The customer will get in it and use it. Not have to start hooking things up. So it makes it a little bit nicer. We'll run back here to the bathroom. It'll be a little bit tighter. We'll try to get everything we can. Start opening up some of the cabinetry here. A ton of room for a really small bathroom. There again, we tried to access that, and then below the vanity as well, you can see that we've had a little built-in. Kind of goes around the corner there. Close some of these. Now, get back in here. So this is a Firefly integration system. It's a nice programmed unit. So essentially everything comes back to this, all your lights, your water pump. It's a pretty nice system. In fact, I'll show you the panel once we come back through here in a minute. But very, very simple system to operate as well. Overhead here, you will see the 110 breakers. There again, Showhauler does a really good job at isolating everything. So essentially everything that will run off your generator or shore power will be located in this breaker panel right here. And then everything that runs off your inverter is running this particular panel right here. So if you want to know, they, like I said, when I was outside earlier, they do a good job at making sure every single plug runs through the inverter, so you don't have to start your generator if you want to, basically plug a phone charger in, or if you need to run a hairdryer or something like that. So microwave, all your kitchen plugs, your refrigerator, your vanity, your outside plugs, your front entertainment, around the sofa, the TVs, the dinette, the rear bedroom, and the bunk over will all operate off the inverter. So if you've got that inverter running, you can be able to charge your phone basically almost anywhere inside this coach. Open open up this upper vanity right here. This particular toilet right here is a Tecma, so it's an auto flushing toilet. Because of the layout of the floor plan of this, we are right over the axle, so we had to use the auto flushing toilet. A little bit tougher, not my preference, because this will basically waste about a half a gallon of water, minimal on each flush. So you're obviously taking something you don't want to get rid of and filling something you don't want to fill. But it just kind of is the way it is. But just kind of the layout of this. If we do a bathroom at the rear of the coach, obviously we can use the standard flushing toilet. Come around here to the shower. This is a 36 by 36. I get people that ask all the time to get in the shower and take a picture, so I guess no better time than the present. So I'm a little over 6 foot tall, about 200 pounds. So with arms extended, there's decent room in here. It's a pretty good amount of room. Not a big fan of the skylights in the bathroom, but it gets more natural light in here. And if you're a little bit taller guy, you're washing your hair, you're not going to be bumping up against the ceiling there. Just standard fiberglass, nothing wild and crazy, but something that's going to take a little bit more beating than a tile shower. All pocket doors on the front and rear of the bathroom here. This is something that I'm super excited about. So we wanted to make this cabinetry as wide as possible, wanted to make the door as wide as possible. So nice big giant closet there. There again, you got some access to your shower plumbing right there. Make everything really serviceable. But totally convertible closet, so you can remove all these shelves. There are 3 hanging rods in there, so you could basically stagger some clothes front and rear. So a fair amount of room in that closet right there. There again, really nice drawers, all dovetail construction, all soft close. Pretty good room all the way around. And like I said, this flushes right up to the cabinet. Because of the slight little gap right here, but because that wall protrudes out, you really can't see through there at all. So we'll come back into the bedroom. Bedroom's a little bit tighter, but there again, we tried to maximize some of your storage and build a true bedroom with a 23-foot coach. So this particular bed right here is 80 inches long. It's 60 inches wide. Now I'm used to a king bed in my home, and forever slept in a queen, but was able to get to the point where I jumped into a king, and now I can't sleep anything but a king. The reason why I chose the corner bed is because I can utilize a queen bed because I don't have a problem sleeping right up next to the wall. Naturally, there's going to be a few inches around the edge of the bed that you're just not going to sleep on. So a 60-inch corner bed does the job for me. I slept in this coach 2 nights coming down from Indiana, of course, by myself. Nice and quiet, very, very quiet. Fortunately, I was in parking lot, so I didn't get to enjoy any real views on the outside, but definitely nice and quiet. There again, tried to make it convertible. That's a hanging as well with removable shelves. Ton of storage all the way around. Nice little vanity right there. You can, with that Firefly, you can drop every light in the house off that board right there and turn on you can turn on your generator. So it makes it pretty nice. Dedicated air conditioner back here. I ran it down to 55 degrees and it didn't take long to get there. So a little smaller environment right here. I don't know how cold you can get it, but does a pretty amazing job with as much insulation's on board. So over here, we will go over this Firefly board here. Makes this coach incredibly easy to operate. So this is your home screen right here. So this will tell you how much fresh water, how much gray water, how much black water. You can activate your water pump, basically turn all your lights on or off right here. You can turn your night lights on, your patio light. So very, very easy to operate. Start your generator. You can basically activate your auto generator start. It makes it very simple. We'll go through that auto generator start here in a second. So that's your lighting menu. So master lights will basically control everything inside the coach, and then exterior lights will be independent. So you can leave all your exterior lights on and just hit master off, and it will drop every light inside the coach. We will get to this particular menu right here, the electrical menu. So you stop your generator. You can activate your inverter, and the AGS, the auto generator start, can be triggered two different ways. So you will start your generator automatically with this system right here, either off a low voltage or off of air conditioner demand. So let's say you left this coach in the morning and you knew it was going to be 85 in the afternoon, but it was 60 degrees in the morning. You can go over here and turn your auto generator start on, and then hit the HVAC load, and as soon as it reaches temperature inside the coach, it will start your generator, cool the coach, and then stop your generator from there. So it's a pretty nice system, and it's very, very simple to operate through this. Most of the manufacturers of the inverters have very, very complicated control boards, so it's very difficult to go through. We deal with it on a daily basis. Most people, it takes them a good month to kind of figure out how to operate everything there. This is going to be super simple. I'm going to try to do the Firefly system on every one of these 4x4 coaches from here on out. Something that's pretty cool, very easy to operate, but we haven't brought things like slide out mechanisms into them, the operating the awning and such. We wanted to keep those independent, just in case that system goes down. You can still get home. You can pull your slides in. You can operate your awnings and such. So this system is not set up right now for a mobile app. This could be upgraded and basically do a network and then have a mobile app on your phone. There again, more stuff to break in my opinion, so I try to just keep it as simple as possible. But kind of swap spots, come up here. So, you know, just a ton of room for a shorter unit. Very, very happy about this coach. It was kind of bittersweet that it sold before it actually got produced. This is something I was hoping to be able to take to the Overland show, Overland East. That's actually in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks from now. We'll be out there. We'll be in a used unit, so we'll be in a 4x4 Showhauler, but won't be in this. But this is the unit that I wanted to take to the show. It'll be to its new owner by then, but really happy with the colors, happy with the layout, happy with the bedroom, happy with the storage, happy with the Firefly integration. There's nothing about this coach, and I'm very, very picky, very, very OCD. You know, I try to pick anything apart, and I love every bit of this coach. Showhauler did a phenomenal job. I spent a lot of time with the guys at Showhauler to try to get every little thing right. They did a great job. Really one of those things where you don't realize what a talented group of individuals we have up there at Showhauler until you get something that's very challenging like this. But very happy with everything about this coach. It's going to get a lot of reviews out there. The new owner, he is up in Seattle. He'll be up in Canada. He'll be up around the islands, so you'll see this coach quite a bit out. He'll be over in Idaho, so this is going to be a good fit for him. The reason why I came up with these 4x4 units was I'd had earth roamers, I had GXVs in the past, and I felt that every one of them lacked in a certain department. I've been a Showhauler dealer for about 4 years now, and wanted to bring Showhauler into these 4x4 units. It's been a great fit because they're totally customizable. Showhauler builds the boxes so we can control every aspect of it, whereas most of those units that are out there right now are all fiberglass-sided units. This entire frame is all steel, and then they use sheet metal to cover it. A lot more structural capacity to a unit like this, a lot more structural integrity, and definitely customizable. So you have something that's a lot more stable. The fiberglass units, they have a great amount of insulation. The issue is you're kind of stuck with whatever they're using at that particular point in time. But with Showhauler, we can build it however we want. All the furniture is custom built as well. So there again, you know, don't get hung up on furniture. We can put whatever furniture a person might want in them. Totally customizable. But So back to the 4x4 show haulers. I just wanted something that that I was confident in. I wanted to be able to design it. I didn't want a wet bath. I wanted to have a separate bathroom shower for my toilet. I didn't want to rely solely on batteries. I wanted a unit that was on a heavier duty, stouter built chassis. So we were able to get, check all those marks with Showhauler and be able to build something that I was more confident in, and definitely a lot better price point. Most of those units that are on the market are tremendously higher than this. Every person that's bought one of these so far has commented about that they got exactly what they want, and they saved a tremendous amount of money from some of the other units that are available on the market. So really happy about that. We're going to work harder on videos. Going to work harder on Instagram. That's something we've been lacking. Just stay really busy, but that's my focus for the next month or two, to get a little bit more involved in social media. Hopefully you've seen some of the videos in the past. We're not videographers. We're just using a simple camera and posting it to YouTube. So we're not doing anything anybody else couldn't do, but we're also, for the people out there that don't like the noise in the background or don't like the sticky camera, I'm sorry, just is what it is. We spend our time in our service department, spend our time building show haulers, bring them down, trying to create things for people. So appreciate everybody looking at the video. There again, beautiful Sunday morning. We'll get this out on social media here in a bit. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Very excited to bring you guys this coach and show it to you. Once I get the coach done, I'll do another walkthrough video. Hopefully get a little better between now and then. But thanks for checking us out. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Make sure you like us on Instagram. And make sure you like this video as well. Thanks a lot.